What's up, YouTube? So we got a 16 Wrangler here that has a bunch of weird codes in the system for charging system over voltage, 26,000 mile vehicle out of warranty. Somebody did the lift on this and I'm a little disappointed. So if you look right here, you got brake hoses zip tied to the springs. That's not the way you're supposed to do that. Zip tied to the springs. They also, I guess, disconnected this harness and then just let it slap around. Yeah, that's not good. This is for your diff lock. So you gotta diff lock, differential, diff lock, automatic diff lock, or locker. I don't know. Something's going on here. The wire harness was snapped off because it's wiggling around. So if you're doing a lift or you paid someone to do a lift, make sure that these guys are doing it right. I mean, this is definitely okay, but there's other ways of securing your brake hoses and not to your springs. Here's what happens when you go off-road or you hit big transitions. Guess what happens? The original brake hoses mounted to a bracket here, and believe it or not, these coil springs can rotate too. So do I recommend zip tying your brake lines, your brake hoses to your coil springs? Absolutely not. So what I want to do here is a bush fix. This side of the connectors seem to be okay. And I just got to keep moving here today because we're busy. So on the other side, what I did is I stripped back the copper wires exposed. I'm going to tin those wires and I'm going to put leads on them that actually make it a little longer and do that the right way. And this has been disconnected. And there's actually no codes in the system for this. How about that? The codes that we had in the system were brake light switch issues, ABS codes for over voltage, and engine light codes for over voltage on a 26,000 mile vehicle. Now the electrical work that has been done on this isn't so hot either. They got winches and lights and all this other, you know, Jeep madness, I'm going to call it. And then on a battery and it's already been changed. So the factory battery went, and then now they have an aftermarket battery, looks like from AutoZone. I don't even know if that's right. So, and it said it's over voltage, 17 volts. So on Chryslers, the PCM controls the charge rate, but it's only monitoring battery load, and then the charge rate comes from that. So if the battery's jacked up, the PCM sensing it, and it tells the alternator to start charging. You know, and then it can eventually just damage the PCM and the alternator. So we're gonna start with a fresh battery, clear the codes, and move forward from there. I really think that the alternator is wreaking havoc on the electrical system at this point. I don't know the history of this car. I got it tossed on my lap. Hey, I got all these problems, and now I'm looking at it, I see a lot of problems. But yeah, if you have an automatic diff lock and all that stuff, make sure that these guys are doing this job right. This wire, you know, can only move so much before it breaks, but it wasn't secured properly, and that's why it broke. And then the brake hoses are zip tied to the coil springs. I mean, oh my God, I just don't understand. I just don't understand. But anyway, if anyone's out there and you had your Jeep lifted, don't be naive and think that it was done right the first time. Stick your head underneath and maybe take pictures before and after and say, hey, why is this like this? Why is this like that? You know, and challenge them, because something does not look right, it's probably not right. Thanks for watching.